Hello and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we'll be looking at how to implement meeting scheduling in our app. So what we are going to do is we want to have a UI where users can schedule a meeting with us. So an example is this UI I have over here, and I have a button that says schedule a meeting. Right, so when I tap on this schedule a meeting button, it's going to take me to a page where I can schedule a meeting as a user. So there's a page I've created, and it's very simple. We're not going to create this page from scratch. So I'm going to choose a date for this meeting where I want to meet with whoever set up this meeting, and we are going to configure all this, and it's very easy, so don't worry about it. I'm going to choose this date 31st, and I'm going to choose this time, and I have to input some details. So as you can see, it automatically populated this for me because I've tried this before, and I'm going to just maintain this, or if you want to just test it, you can put any email there. And I'm going to schedule a meeting, right? So tapping on schedule meeting, this is going to tell me that a meeting has been scheduled. A calendar invite will be sent to the user as well as you, the organizer of the meeting. So when I'm done, I can just go to done, and this is going to take me back to whatever page that I was. And now we go to our dashboard and we refresh. Realize that we have two meetings here. So one was when I tested, and then there's the one that we have. So 9:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. and then the name is still the same because I didn't change the name. Now let's get right into the video and look at how to implement this from scratch. So here in VS Code, I have a simple Flutter app, and then in the home page of my app, what I have is just this UI over here. So an illustration, a text, and a button. And for now, when I tap on schedule meeting, it does nothing. So what we are going to do is we are going to use a platform called Zcal to schedule our meeting, and it's very simple. So first go to your browser and then search for Zcal, or go to a specific URL called zcal.co, which I'm going to leave the link in the description. This is a free meeting scheduling platform, right? So it's a free platform. You don't have to worry about any payment, although we have pricing there. The features are free, right? So let's sign up for free, and this is going to take us to the sign up page. You can sign up with Google or Microsoft, or sign up with email. I already have a Google account I'm going to use for this, so let me sign up with Google, and I'm going to choose an account that I haven't used on Zcal before because I want us to go through the whole process like you are new to Zcal. So I'm going to choose this account here, right? And it's going to ask me if I want Zcal to access my Google account, especially my Google Calendar, right? And the reason why you would want to allow this is they are going to schedule meetings on your behalf using their platform, right? So you are going to schedule meetings with Zcal, which means they'll be scheduling the meeting on your behalf, and you need to allow access to that. So let's first allow access to Zcal. And this is going to access to enter our username and maybe some setup over here. So I'm just going to enter something like John Dev here, and then next. And we can skip all of these if you're not interested. So company, position, whatsoever, you can just skip the setup, your current city, bio. Let's skip all this. So this is our dashboard, and realize that we have two example meetings set up here, right? And you can either try with any of these meetings, or you can create your own meeting from scratch. So let's go through the process of creating our own meeting from scratch. And let's go to new link, and then depending on the type of meeting you'd like to have. So we have one-on-one invite, which is only one person can book that specific time. We have group invite, and we have a poll, and there is a description underneath that will give you more details about how they work. So I'm going to choose one-on-one invite for this example, and we have to give it a name. So let's just go with the placeholder here, discovery call, and we need to add a location or conference. So the location for this meeting is going to be Google Meet. I'm going to choose Google Meet for this, and then a new Google Meet link will be created when your invite is scheduled, right? So I'm going to save this, and I can give a description for this meeting. So scheduling instructions, something like this, right? Meeting agenda, etc. Now, to set a custom URL for this meeting, we don't really care that much about the URL. They can give us any URL we want, and we can add a cover photo for this meeting. So there is a description of what the cover photo does, which is on my right. I'm going to just choose an image from Unsplash. So just this random image over here. That is going to be our cover photo. We don't really care about welcome video. So if you want to have a welcome video for the meeting, you can put a welcome video here. But for now, I don't have any welcome video. So I'm going to go to next. And then here is where we actually set how a meeting should be. So available times, and there is going to be how long the meeting will take, and we can choose from anywhere between 1 hour to even a custom time, right? So in terms of minutes, we can put a custom time here. I'm going to stick with the default 30 minutes. Now the time slot is how you want the meeting to be divided, right? So if I choose 1 hour, that means that the meeting, people will be able to schedule at an interval of an hour. So 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 12 p.m. That's how the scheduling will be on the calendar. And if I choose 30 minutes, which means from 9:30, 10 a.m., like that, just like that, that's how it's going to be. The date range is the date when the meeting can be scheduled. So 1 week into the future means that we have 1 week meeting scheduling window. That's if you want to have a meeting with us, or if you want to have a meeting with, if your users want to have a meeting with you, they need to schedule it within a week, right? So if I change this to 3 days, realize that these are just going to be the days. It means that after 31st October, no one will be able to schedule a meeting, right? So I'm going to just make it 1 week. That's the default. So after 4th November, no one will be able to schedule a meeting. As you can see, it's going to start from before October 29th, and after November 4th, no availability. So within this range, we are not available, right? Now let's just go to next, and you can really take your time to customize this to suit your need. So let's go to next, and here is something that we will just keep most of them as default. So show intro, yes. Limit max number events. So set a limit to a total number of event that can be scheduled. So let's say you want just 5 events per day, right? I'm going to turn this off. And then minimum notice, right? So we want to avoid last minute booking, which means 6 hours. The meeting should be set 6 hours before the actual meeting time, right? And I'm going to leave most of these default, and I'm going to create the invite, right? So after going through this and creating the invite, it's going to give us a link, and this link can be used anywhere. So on your apps, on your website, anywhere you want to use this link, you can put this link there. Also, you can embed this in a web page, or you can just send it through an email. For now, we are focusing on the link part of it. So let's just copy this link. Now come back to our Flutter app. We need to have a way of opening this link from our app. An easy way we can do that is to use the URL launcher package. So in your prospect.yaml, you should have the URL launcher package here. Now this URL launcher package will allow us to open a URL from our app, right? So just add this URL launcher package and then run flutter pub get, and that should add it to your dependencies. So back to the home page. If you want to launch this URL, when we click on a button, what we have to do is within the on press, we have to await launch URL, and I'm going to use URL string because I'm going to pass in a string, right? And then the string is going to be the string we copied, which is the URL to our Zcal meeting. So this is all that it takes, just this line, await launch URL string. So when you tap on this button, it should open a Zcal page that is dedicated to us, and it's exactly what we designed. We have our cover page here, we have our profile, which we haven't set anything there, and then we have our description, scheduling instructions, meeting agenda, etc. And we can choose a date, so 30th, 31st, and the maximum date is up to 3rd November. So I'm going to choose Friday, which is 3rd November. And then we have the time here. The time is set in a 30 minutes interval. I'm going to choose this time here, and then to ask me to fill out my details here. And I'm going to keep the same details I used previously, and then schedule meeting. So this will tell me that the meeting has been scheduled, a calendar invite has been sent to this email, and then there is going to be the details of the meeting. Now when I'm done, I can just hit done, and that's all. The meeting is scheduled, right? And also you can add a redirect to URL which you would want to redirect to just maybe a success page or whatever page after they are done with scheduling the meeting, right? So that's all about scheduling meetings in Flutter using Zcal. Now if you are interested in seeing more content like this, please like the video and then don't forget to subscribe as well. I'll see you in the next one.